Jeffrey Epstein, like we all know, kept impeccable records of all his crimes, from email chains to flight logs, pictures, artifacts, videos, and everything in between. Who ever commits such unspeakable acts and dares keep records? Well, I can tell you for a fact that Epstein is not alone. He represents the daily reality of the Satan-worshipping pedophiles ruling the world. So what have we learned from all these revelations from the Epstein files? 1. The ruling class or elites are not human. Only demons derive joy from inflicting pain and terror on children. They are not human. They carry an ancient bloodline from extraterrestrial species, which basically ensures they have no human feelings like you and me. In the Epstein files, we see clear evidence of this demonic behavior through the testimonies of victims who describe being systematically abused and terrorized as minors. For instance, Virginia Giuffre, one of Epstein's most prominent victims, detailed in her unsealed deposition how she was recruited at age 17 while working at Mar-a-Lago, lured under the pretense of giving massages, but forced into sexual acts with Epstein and others, including being trafficked to powerful men like Prince Andrew for sex on multiple occasions, including at Epstein's New York mansion where group encounters occurred. She described how Epstein and his associates treated her as an object, coercing her into acts that caused immense psychological and physical pain with no remorse shown, as if deriving pleasure from the control and degradation. Another victim, Johanna Sjoberg, testified that she was approached by Ghislaine Maxwell on her college campus under the guise of a job answering phones, but was soon required to perform sexual massages on Epstein and was punished if she didn't bring him to orgasm, highlighting the sadistic enjoyment of dominating and humiliating young women. Sjoberg also recounted Epstein's claim that he needed 3 orgasms a day, treating victims as mere tools for his gratification, inflicting terror through constant demands and threats of consequences. A high school girl, whose name is Redacted, testified in her deposition that she was propositioned for a massage job, but had her clothes removed without consent on her first visit, leading to unwanted sexual encounters that she worked hard to forget, showing the terror inflicted on innocent teens. Ronaldo Rizzo, a household employee, described in his testimony how Maxwell took the passport of a 15-year-old Swedish girl brought to Epstein's Zorro ranch, threatening her when she refused to have sex with Epstein, leaving the girl in tears and fear, a clear act of terrorizing a child for pleasure. These acts aren't isolated. The files reveal a pattern where elites like Epstein surrounded themselves with enablers who participated in or facilitated the abuse, such as Maxwell directing victims to give massages that were code for erotic acts, ensuring the pain and terror continued unchecked. Tony Figueroa testified that Maxwell would call him to bring over underage girls, and that she and Epstein engaged in threesomes with Giuffre, treating the exploitation as routine, devoid of any human empathy. This lack of feeling is further evidenced by emails where Epstein casually discussed discrediting victims, offering rewards to prove allegations false, including fabricated claims about figures like Stephen Hawking, showing a callous disregard for the suffering caused. The ancient bloodline aspect ties into how these elites operate above human norms, as seen in the files where Epstein's network included billionaires and royals who allegedly participated without consequence, perpetuating a cycle of terror that only non-human entities could enjoy. Victims like Jane Doe described being followed and controlled by Epstein, unable to escape, with girls constantly present at his properties for abuse, underscoring the demonic joy in inflicting ongoing pain. The files also mention how Epstein's staff, like Juan Alessi, had to clean sex toys after sessions involving over 100 girls he witnessed, many procured by Maxwell, illustrating the scale of terror inflicted without a shred of human remorse. This bloodline ensures they view such acts as entitlement, as evidenced by Giuffre's claims of being trafficked to Les Wexner multiple times for sex, treating her pain as irrelevant. Overall, the Epstein files paint a picture of elites deriving demonic pleasure from children's suffering, lacking any human emotions we possess. 2. The ruling class is not accountable to any law anywhere. They can sacrifice 1 or 2 of them here and there and make an arrest or take a mugshot or a deposition just for the gram, for the cameras, But behind the scenes, they are all laughing at us. You still think Epstein is dead while he's busy logging into his Fortnite account and playing his online game? The Epstein files demonstrate this lack of accountability through numerous examples where powerful figures faced no real consequences despite clear involvement. For instance, Epstein's 2008 plea deal allowed him to plead guilty to just one count of soliciting prostitution from a minor, serving only 13 months with work release, despite evidence of abusing dozens of girls, showing how the system protects elites. Even after his 2019 arrest, documents reveal his lawyers discussed potential cooperation with prosecutors just weeks before his death, suggesting deals that could have minimized accountability further. Names like Bill Clinton appear repeatedly. One victim recounted Epstein saying Clinton likes them young, and flight logs show Clinton on Epstein's jet multiple times, yet no charges were brought against him, with his spokesperson denying knowledge of crimes. If you're still watching up to this point, please like this video, subscribe to our channel, and share this video widely. Prince Andrew settled a lawsuit with Jeffrey over allegations of sexual assault when she was 17, avoiding trial, despite testimonies about him groping victims and participating in encounters. The files include emails where Epstein and Maxwell plotted to discredit victims, offering rewards to friends who could refute claims, like false orgy allegations involving Hawking, all while facing no immediate repercussions. Other elites like Les Wexner, accused by Jeffrey of receiving her for sex 3 to 10 times, faced no charges, despite his close financial ties to Epstein. The unsealed documents show how Epstein's network, including figures like Ehud Barak and Al Gore, appeared in flight logs and contacts, but most escaped legal scrutiny. Even Maxwell's emails reveal her and Epstein remaining close post-conviction, trading stocks, and opening accounts together, laughing off risks. Victim Sarah Ransom's emails allege sex tapes of Clinton, Andrew, and Branson, yet no investigations followed these claims publicly. The FBI memos detail abuse of minors and adults, with one woman raped after a massage, but many perpetrators weren't pursued. This sacrificial aspect is seen in Maxwell's conviction for trafficking, serving 20 years, while others walk free, as if one arrest appeases the public. Epstein's suicide fuels doubts, with files showing ongoing elite connections, suggesting he's protected elsewhere, gaming online while we believe the narrative. 3. Did you see how they reference all of us as Goyim, slaves? That's exactly what they think of us. We work hard doing 9-to-5 jobs, running businesses, etc., essentially doing real work in the real world while they sit behind computers and punch in numbers for themselves and create trillions of dollars. That's what I've been trying to get across to you guys. These Illuminati are the ones behind all this, and they definitely don't see you as equal to them, be you white, black, brown, or green. Epstein, a supposed financier, even though we know those he represents, manipulated billions through shadowy deals, as seen in his ties to bankers like J.P. Morgan, who settled for $290 million over enabling his trafficking. Through his Zorro ranch, he won, not one, but 2 lotteries. 2! In multiple tens of millions of dollars. How many lifetimes do you need to win a lottery just once? Well, you're just a goy. The real owners of the world can win it every weekend and heaven won't fall. Victims were treated as slaves. Jeffrey was kept as a sex slave, forced into acts with elites like Wexner, who amassed trillions in retail, while she and others labored in abuse. Emails show Epstein and Maxwell discussing victims dismissively, like commodities. This Illuminati-like network sees us as Goyim slaves, as evidenced by Epstein's black book with powerful contacts, creating money effortlessly while we toil. Jeffrey's memoir draft details being lent out, not as equals but as property, across races and backgrounds. The disdain is clear in how victims' passports were seized, like the Swedish girls, enslaving them. These elites punch in trillions, viewing all as beneath them. 4. All their rituals are still ongoing as we speak. Epstein was the tip of the iceberg. Countless children are still missing as we speak, At this moment, many other Epstein Islands and Zorro ranches remain scattered across the globe where unspeakable evil continued to be meted out to innocent children, women, and men. The Epstein files expose rituals of abuse that persist beyond his death, with properties like Little St. James Island and Zorro Ranch central to the horrors. Jeffrey testified to being abused on the island, including alleged orgies. Zorro Ranch saw the 15-year-old Swedish girl threatened after refusing sex, part of ongoing rituals. Victims describe massages turning into sexual rituals, with Epstein requiring multiple daily orgasms, a pattern at his homes worldwide. Jane Doe 1 said girls were always present, implying continuous abuse at properties. Flight logs show Jeffrey and Maxwell flying 23 times transporting to ritual sites. FBI memos note 24 minors and 14 adults abused, with rituals like forced genital touching and rape. Post-Epstein, files led to resignations and investigations, suggesting networks persist. Missing children tie-in, as recruits came from vulnerable places, with countless still unaccounted for globally. Sjoberg met Jackson at a home, with Copperfield asking about paid recruiters, indicating ongoing rituals. Emails from 2020 discuss compensating an Indian victim, showing international scope. These sites scatter globally, meting out evil to innocence as the tip of the iceberg. 5. They worship Satan. These are pedophilic, Satan-worshipping, adrenochrome-drinking evil beasts in human form. You see how they drink the blood of innocent children after torturing them, performing all sorts of sexual rituals on their victims and all. These are all hallmarks of Satanism. They don't even need to hide it from us. They exchanged emails freely and shared their atrocities over the web. Why? They believe you and I are powerless and can never hold them accountable because they worship Satan who rules this world. The ritualistic sexual torture and open sharing of atrocities clearly depicts a dark, unchecked power. Victims describe torture through coerced acts. Jeffrey forced into sex with Andrew and others, tortured psychologically. Sjoberg punished for not causing orgasm, a form of ritual torture. The high school victim had clothes removed, tortured in unwanted encounters. Emails freely exchanged. Epstein to Maxwell in 2015, urging her to offer rewards for disproving claims, sharing strategies over the web without fear. Maxwell's 2015 email about legal risks, yet continuing, shows belief in impunity. Epstein's Yahoo emails detail discrediting victims, circulating compromising info. Ransom's emails allege filmed sex with elites, shared as leverage. 6. They remain bold enough to keep names redacted. Think about it for a moment. The victims are doxxed, but the names of the perpetrators of this heinous evil remain a secret. For what? Yay, national security. You see where I'm going? That's it. What a world we live in. 7. They've started a war to distract everyone. Next, amnesia kicks in. We all forget and move on to the next trending story while victims of these demons, past, present, and future, continue to soar in numbers. So what are you going to do about all these? Are you truly powerless? The Epstein files empower us with evidence of abuse, from Jeffrey's trafficking claims to victim testimonies. It is now up to us to either demand accountability through public pressure or prove our perpetual amnesia. You're not powerless. Share files, support victims, push investigations into named elites. With emails and depositions public, persistent collective action can challenge these demonic entities masquerading as our elites. Importantly, please share this video widely and like it, so the algorithm has no choice than to spread it. Also, kindly subscribe to this channel to encourage us, and please leave a comment with your thoughts.